Okay, so we are live now. Greetings from Berlin. This is Kyle, and he's going to tell you what they are going to do right now.
Yeah, so we're going to go and do a quick paper pasting action, hopefully get arrested, taking non-violent direct action as part of Scientist Rebellion Germany in collaboration with some other activists from other parts of the world. The target today is Wintershall. They're one of the biggest gas importers in Europe, mostly fracked gas coming out of Argentina and other places, which causes sickness in kids. And also they were previously involved with Russian gas imports and pipelines, although that's recently been announced that they're stopping it. But that's the target of today's action, to draw the link between climate crimes and the import of gas into Europe by companies like Wintershall.
Thanks so much. Maybe introduce yourself and tell us why you're here today.
I'm Elena. I'm from Spain. I will swap to Spanish now. Soy Elena, soy astrofísica, pero he dejado la academia, la carrera científica, para hacer activismo, porque no hay nada más que hacer ahora, este tiempo que nos ha tocado vivir. Así que nada, vamos a hacer una acción contra Wintershall. Alemania ha prohibido el gas de fracking en Alemania, pero lo siguen importando de los sitios como Argentina en un claro neocolonialismo, y están destrozando el sur global para tener gas, pero claro, aquí no prohíben. Así que vamos a tomar acción contra ellos.
Okay, so maybe quickly introduce yourself.
I'm Daniele, I'm from SR Germany. I study here in Germany as a physicist, and I will now switch to Italian. So, quindi oggi faremo un'azione qui a Berlino contro un'importante azienda di gas, Wintershall, che importa gas dall'Argentina e dalla Russia, causando crimini alle popolazioni locali, causando danni inenarrabili. Quindi oggi faremo un paper pasting e vogliamo tracciare la connessione tra crimini climatici e addirittura crimini contro l'umanità e crimini di guerra.
Okay, and finally for you.
Hi, so I'm Mike. I'm part of SR UK and other groups. So we face ecological and social collapse within a short number of decades. That is not controversial science, that's terrifying, but that is completely true. And any company that is making money off the back of the deaths of billions is evil, doesn't come close. So we have to stand in opposition to them, and that's why we will be risking arrest today. We need scientists to act as if the truth is real. Until now, we've just written reports, we've said things are bad, and we've been ignored. We've got to step up like this.
Okay, so I think we're going to start right now. We're going to around the corner here in the headquarters of Wintershall here in Berlin, or the Berlin office, and we're going to give them a little greeting of ours with some papers, explaining to them why they are complicit in the murder of billions. I don't think they really need any explaining. They know what they're doing, but we are going to have it glued to their office anyway.
Willst du auch auf Deutsch was sagen?
Yeah. Okay. So they know what's going on. Since we're in Germany, I'm gonna switch to German a little bit and say the same things in German. Also hallo, wir sind hier heute in Berlin mit Scientist Rebellion und hier sind 4 WissenschaftlerInnen, die sich entschieden haben, nicht mehr länger zu warten und länger zuzuschauen, wie unser Planet zerstört wird, und werden jetzt gleich bei Wintershall eine Aktion machen, bei der sie wissenschaftliche Papers an die Fassade kleistern werden, um Wintershall daran zu erinnern, dass sie auch mitverantwortlich sind für diese Kriege und vor allem auch mitverantwortlich sein werden für die Kriege, die auch noch auf uns zukommen, aufgrund der Klimakatastrophe. Wintershall ist eine ganz besonders trägt ganz besonders viel Schuld, weil sie zum einen extrem viel Liquid Natural Gas importieren in Europa. Liquid Natural Gas ist im Prinzip Fracking-Gas, also Erdgas, das mittels Fracking-Methoden gewonnen wird. Und jetzt geht es auch schon los. Wir sind gerade, sie haben ihre Jacken ausgezogen, darunter die Labcoats, an denen sie zeigen werden. Und hier ist die wunderschöne Eingang der Zentrale. I'm just gonna switch to English right now. So you can see here at the door, it's Wintershall Dea. This is the company we are targeting today. And they are responsible for importing a lot of natural gas and are being complicit in the death of billions doing this. And what makes it even more disgusting is that they are getting this natural gas from fracking in the global south, where children get leukemia because the water is being polluted, and therefore we are reminding them by posting some scientific papers to their doors that they should listen to the science, and they cannot in good conscience still do what they are doing. And the scientists, the brave scientists, are doing this today. They risk arrest, but of course the death of billions weighs stronger than spending some time in a German police cell, and they are calling on other scientists to do the same. So they are actually going to have a talk tomorrow at 8 at the here in Berlin. And if you want to join, which I recommend you do, you can find the location shortly on their social media. So they also have a really great Twitter account where you can get a lot of information, and here on Instagram they will post it as well. Yes.
So these papers are generally around the climate and ecological crisis. So this is not our for example, but I think this is in a way my favourite because it shows why we're doing this. So this is the research of Chenoweth and Stefan, who shows the efficacy of civil resistance. So this is where the slightly misappropriated 3.5% figure comes. You actually need much less. That's an upper bound, but anyway. So, we're not doing this. This isn't some random act. This is based in science. This is based on research. This is, the research shows in order to rapidly change society, you're going to civil resistance. All scientists agree we need to rapidly change society. Here we go. This is clear as fucking day.
So
basically, what you would like them to do is read
the social science. Follow the social science. So we're talking about 1.5 degrees, 2 degrees. We're talking about the climate science and the ecological crisis. We've got plenty of social science research that tells us very clearly the only way to change society in the rapid scale and pace that needs to happen is through non-violent civil resistance and direct action. Groups of people, especially scientists, should be leading from the front, deciding to take non-violent direct action to target the institutions and the companies that are driving us into this catastrophe. Still doing it in 2022.
So part of the reason we're doing this action is to mobilise towards our April rebellion. So on April 4, we're starting a global rebellion in around 25 countries. We're mobilising as much in the global north as the global south. And then on Wednesday, April 6th, we're doing high-level actions all around the world where scientists will be risking arrest, imprisonment, they will be risking everything. And then on the Friday and Saturdays, the 8th and 9th, we'll be doing things like this, like paper pasting, teach-ins, lower-level civil disobedience, and we're aiming to mobilise 1,000 scientists across the world so that at last our warnings will be taken seriously.
It's worth also saying, so this paper over here was written by a couple of our members actually from Scientist Rebellion, making the case that especially universities and researchers, academics, need to be taking actions such as this, because how can you expect someone to react in an emergency situation with a response that's measured if you yourself are still doing the same actions and work routine that you were 10, 15 years ago? This crisis is escalating. Our actions need to match that in a non-violent way because it's the most effective and the most morally justifiable and allows the most amount of people to take action with it.
Okay, so we might take a quick break to take some photos because we only have one camera at site, but we'll be back shortly. And yeah.
Okay. We are at Wintershall Dea offices. So they are the company who are fracking Argentina in order to have gas for Germany, while they have banned fracking from Germany.
Yeah, so as I showed you before, maybe some of you have joined. This is Wintershall Dea. This is the bad guys that are being targeted right now, who really urgently need to stop what they are doing in order for us to have no more wars. And this is why those brave scientists are here today. And
one last important thing I'd say is it's pretty obvious here that a company like Wintershall, which is a massive company, huge amount of profits, millions a year, have such a small visual presentation of their office. I mean, it's a tiny little plaque that you could easily miss buried amongst all the other ones. This is a massive company with hundreds of employees, clearly going out of their way to make it inconspicuous where their head offices are located, whilst they're building massive fracked gas terminals, import terminals, up just near Hamburg. So it's important to highlight that these companies are more than acutely aware of what they're doing, and have developed strategies to stay hidden. And you'll talk to most Germans won't know who Wintershall are. They're the biggest energy importer of fracked gas in Europe, certainly in Germany.
And maybe something especially evil to highlight, the places where this gas is being fracked, like Argentina, people are getting really sick, children are getting leukemia from it, and they have no way to protest it because the head offices are here in Germany. And if you would protest one of the building site, maybe you would not be thrown into a prison cell like here in Germany. You would actually get broken bones, get disappeared, or even turn up dead somewhere. So this is another reason why we need to urgently take those actions here. And the people who are suffering the most are actually the ones who have the most difficulty changing anything about this bullshit. Okay, as I said, sollen wir jetzt die Fotos machen? Okay, as I said, before the police turns up, we're gonna take a little break to take a few pictures, and then we're gonna be back soon, especially when the police arrives, and we're gonna see how this situation develops. Okay.